Yes, guys, hope you're well. New phase of semi-private starts tomorrow. So I'm just going to be running through it quickly, the new phase for those of you that need a bit of help and advice during the session, maybe solely on your own. Okay, obviously, if you're in the gym, the coach will be taking you through things. But yeah, let's crack on and let's show you the new phase. So we're in an accumulation block. So the next rep scheme for the A series is 5 sets of 6 to 8. 8 reps is 80% of your 1RM. So, you're looking to work up over those 5 sets towards 80% of your 1 rep max. Obviously, we've got 3 weeks to do this program. Every 3 weeks, the program changes. So you might not work up to a true 80% in week 1, but by week 2 and week 3 on that final set, we want to be working towards 80%. Women tend to be a lot better at expressing strength in lower intensity. So women will probably be better than the average woman will be better than the average male at actually working towards that 80%. Men tend to get fatigued a little bit quicker because we have more fast twitch fibers and we tend to be a little bit stronger. So that's something to bear in mind. But look, just take your time with the 5 sets. We like the step load on the A series. So set 1 in week 1 should be like using maybe like a 12 rep max. All right, focus on really moving that bar quickly on the concentric, stick into that eccentric tempo as strictly as possible. Okay, and then use like a 12 rep max in set 1 of week 1. Then if you manage that easily, which you will because you're leaving sort of 4 reps in reserve, go a little bit heavier. So maybe use like 11 RM in set 2, set 3 use a 10 RM, set 4 use a 9 RM, and then based on how that fourth set feels in terms of the weight, you can add a bit more weight then for the final set. Okay, and in week 1 we want to be doing 8, 8, 8, 8, 8 if we can, but that final 8 should be like extremely difficult. Okay, like super hard. You should be trying to lift the weight quick, but obviously the concentric will look quite slow to someone that's watching, but you are trying to move the weight fast. But because of the load and the fatigue setting in, the bar shouldn't be moving fast on that 8th rep of the last set. Okay, so yeah, that's how it's going to work in terms of loading. You can see how we've progressed things over the last few weeks. 12, 10, 8, 12, the back off sets a couple of phases ago. All right, the last phase we did the isometronics on the upper body with the sets of 6, but the main rep scheme was 7, 7, 5, 5, 3, 3, even though we did the 6, 6, 4, 4, 2, 2 on the deadlifts. Okay, and then this phase now we're going to do 5 sets of 6 to 8, and then we're going to be finishing off the phase with 6 sets of 2 to 3, which should lead us in nicely to the SOS powerlifting meet that we're going to be doing at the gym in May. Coach Rogan's going to be helping us arrange that. So yeah, chance for you to really get really strong and express some really big numbers in this phase. This is the reason why we didn't do any testing, because I wanted to finish this phase with some really heavy lifts, sets of 2 to 3, which is very close to what testing would be anyway. With testing, you go up to 1 RM, which is 100% of your maximum. Obviously, 2 to 3 reps is between 90 and 94%. So still working very, very heavy. Okay, so yeah, all right. That's the how the 12 weeks has run. Okay, so let's crack on. We shouldn't take too long today. Good news on Wednesdays is Strongman is back. Okay, we just had a little break from doing Strongman. We was doing it every phase, and a little bit of overuse injury started to set in. People were having sort of, aching with like joints were aching and stuff like that. A little bit of lower back pain and stuff. So basically, what we're going to be doing now is for 3 weeks, every 12 weeks, we're going to be doing Strongman, and we'll be putting that into the accumulation 2 block of the 12-week cycle. The second accumulation block of a 12-week cycle tends to have the most volume, all right, or should have the most volume if it's structured and periodized properly. So doing more strength-based movements on a Wednesday in this 3-week phase of the 12-week cycle is perfect. It means the volume is going to be the highest for the stress on and strain on the muscles. All right, so that's how we're going to be doing it. The first 3 weeks of a 12-week block will be more aerobic work. So think more like sort of, continuous work, more time sets, minimal rest, heart rate, sort of, very sweaty workouts, but more green zone, not very intense, just more go, go, go. The second 3-week block of our 12-week phase is going to be more interval based like we did last time. So 30 on, 30 off. So you can really start, going at higher intensities. The third block then is going to be more strongman, which is a phase we're going to go into now. And the last block then is going to be more very explosive power-based stuff. Okay, so yeah, we do things very, very methodically. So you should all be getting stronger, laying down more muscle tissue and expressing better levels of strength in your training. Now, the Strongman workout, is basically 30 seconds work, 30 seconds rest. Okay, we got barbell clean and press. So partner one is going to do barbell clean and press. Partner two is going to rest. And then after partner one has done it, partner two can start. And then it's a circuit. So after you've done clean and press, you take your 30 seconds. Then you go into your trap bar farmers walks. Then you're on the assault bike. And then you're into your animal flow movement, which for this phase is going to be froggers. Okay, so it's 30 on, 30 off. But you're going to do 2 rounds as 1 set. Okay, so it's 8 minutes of work. All right, so it should get you pretty fatigued, especially when you're doing the barbell clean and press, big compound movement. The trap bar walks, again, big compound movement. Assault bike, as you realized on the 30-calorie challenge, is tough. All right, and then you've got the froggers, which are going to be really hard. Your legs are going to be full of lactate. After that, you go straight back into the clean and press and do 2 rotations. So after your 2 rotations, which is 1 set, you take 2 minutes rest, and we're going to be doing multiple sets. Okay, 4 sets total. All right, so yeah, that's a very simple workout to explain. Do you have to do the conditioning? No, I know a few of the clients I look after online, they really do struggle with recovery. So if you are struggling with recovery, just be careful and mindful. You might want to continue there with your steady state activity. All right, if you can't recover well because external stresses are high, you're not sleeping well, your diet isn't on track, etc., etc. Just be careful of doing this workout, or if you do it, you might need to take a workout out elsewhere in the week. Okay, not many people I know that can do 5 workouts a week. Like I'm programming, like long term. You might be able to do it for a month or 2, but every now and again, you just need to, give your body that chance to adapt. But strongman's great fun. It's hard. It's going to improve your grip strength. It's going to, really make you strong if you play rugby or netball or football, because it works those muscles that those functional muscles. All right, so yeah, get after it if you can. I'm going to be joining in a few of them for sure, because I'm going to Ibiza. I think it's in like 6 to 8 weeks time. So yeah, these type of sessions get you really lean quick. Okay, so let's look at Monday's workout, upper body 1. So like I said, guys, 5 to 6 to 8. This is quite a simple program. Nothing too technical like we had on the last phase with the isometronics. All right, so A series, incline press, 5 to 6 to 8. Supersetted with wide grip chin-ups, 5 to 6 to 8. Okay, if you can't do your chin-ups yet, then you can obviously do your pull-downs. But if you can manage some chin-ups, let's do some chin-ups. All right, the last phase, we had a lot of iso holds, and some of you got really good at actually utilizing your own body weight. So if that was you in the last phase, carry on with those chin-up progressions and just keep practicing, even if you only do them once a week. B series, you got decline dumbbell press, which is the strongest angle. All right, so 4 to 6 to 8 there, and then cable rows. So the A's and B's are both 6 to 8. Cable rows, medium grip neutral, and then our C series, 8 to 10 reps. We've got French press and spider curls. Okay, so they're on there for you. Okay, that's upper body 1. And then let's look at upper body 2 while we're there. So you got your dips here. So 5 to 6 to 8 again. All right. And then we got a different variation of chin-ups. This time we're going to go wide grip but pronated. So we're going to be doing chin-ups wide grip twice, once neutral, once pronated. We got 45-degree dumbbell chest press. All right, with seated rows. All right. This seated row is supinated, underhand and supinated. And then we got power raises and external rotation. So a little bit of shoulder health work at the end. With all the sessions, guys, in this program, there's the option, if you read the notes, to add in some cardio. So if you want to push a bit more calorie burning, a bit more fat loss, you could do power raise, left arm, right arm, external rotation, left arm, right arm, and then go and do 10 calories on the ski erg or bike, okay? Or any cardio machine, rower. It could be a treadmill sprint, a prowler push, whatever your gym has, if you're not doing it at SOS. But yes, we're going to be doing a bit of cardio in between for those members that are focusing on more body composition and more fat loss. All right, but if members have been coming for a while, then you might not need to do that, because the last phase was a bit more metabolic in nature with a 30-calorie assault bike and ski. But anyone on the 21-day challenge, the coaches might get them to do a bit more cardio in the C series. But yeah, whatever the coach tells you, just do what they prescribe. Okay, and then lower body days. If anyone's got any questions, guys, as we go, feel free to ask. We've got barbell back squats, okay, 5 to 6 to 8. And then we've got assisted banded jumps, okay. The isometronics we used for upper body in the last phase, but for lower body, we used pauses. We did a 4-second pause at the bottom. Now, the thing is with isometrics is we can sometimes lose a bit of concentric speed, okay. So these assisted banded jumps are in there to get you really explosive and moving fast with the concentric again. All right, the last phase was really good for getting comfortable in the hole. So your barbell back squat should be nice and deep. And we're going to do this little contrast method. So you got heavy in the A1, and then light and fast, heavy and sort of slow here. All right, then light and fast here. So we should see some really high jumps this time around if you're all a little bit stronger. B series, you got split squats with leg curls on a stability ball. All right, so these exercises now are quite constant in our program. So we should be adding load to these and definitely driving that knee over the toe. Your technique should be solid on these now because we've all done them many, many times. And then the C series, we got pendulum squat. The last time we did pendulum squats, we had the quarter rep at the bottom. All right, there's no quarter rep this time. So you should be able to go a little bit heavier because you haven't got that quarter rep in the weak position of the squat. Okay, so add some more load and let's hit it hard. And then the same thing with your RDLs. The last time we did these, the rep scheme was 12 to 15. So you got less reps this time. You're not supersetting it with a quarter rep pendulum. So you should have a bit more energy here. And the A series reps are lower as well. So there should be a bit more energy in the tank, so to speak, by the time you get to the C series. Okay. And then the last one is lower body 2. All right. So we did safety bar squats in the last program. All right. So that your quads now, your VMO should be a lot stronger. So we got our front squats, 5 to 4 to 6. All right. This is a really simple workout, A, B, C, D, but very effective. Your B series then after your front squats are rack pulls below the knee, 5 to 10. So we're going to be really adding a lot of strength, a lot of volume to the glutes, the hamstrings, the lower back. All right, it's a really good, simple system for the lower back to add some muscle mass to that area. All right, if you see anyone that's very lean and they got that Christmas tree on their back, this is the one exercise that's going to really help with that. It's also going to help with a lot of mid-back, rear delt sort of muscle recruitment as well. So it's a very good exercise for your posture. All right, that whole posterior chain from the top of your head all the way down to your calves is going to be activated doing this exercise. So it's a really good one to do. And then this is the exercise that's going to give you the DOMs, some serious delayed onset of muscle soreness. I did this many years ago. I think it was on a Tuesday or Wednesday, and I still couldn't run properly on the Saturday. All right, so it's unilateral calf raises, and we're doing German volume training. So you're going to do 10 reps on the left leg, 10 reps on the right leg, take 10-second rest only, and we're going to hit 10 sets. The muscle soreness on this is excruciating. I warned one of my online clients the other day not to do 10 to 10. I put it in his Thursday workout. I knew he had a game on a Saturday just for 1 week, and I knew his season finished then. So I said, don't do it the first time, but on week 2 and week 3, do the 10 sets. In week 1, just do 3 sets. He didn't listen. He did 10 sets, and he literally said he was walking like Bambi on ice on a Saturday. He should have listened to me. All right. So, yeah, just be careful with this exercise if you've got anything coming up 48 hours post-workout. Okay. You can always do more abs than calves if that's the case. All right. And then the last exercise is your leg raises. We did the Copenhagen planks in the last phase where we were working the adductors. So squeezing the ball now a little bit harder to recruit those adductors. The adductor complex that we strengthened in the Copenhagen. So you should really, feel that you're a bit more solid squeezing the ball in this on this exercise. And hopefully your mobility is good in your hamstrings, so you can get your hamstrings nice and high and really work those lower abs. Just make sure when you're doing it, you're not bouncing that ball off the floor, and you are lowering for 3 seconds. Okay, the 3-0-1-0 tempo is very important on this exercise. All right, and again, if fat loss is the goal, in between your leg raises, you can do your 10 calories on the assault bike, the ski erg, the sprint treadmill, or the rower. Okay, so guys, that is your phase. 5 to 6 to 8, very simple. Hopefully that all makes sense. If anyone's got any questions, then feel free to comment. I will check this post later. I am doing this a little bit earlier today because Mel has gone to teach yoga, and I'm making the most of doing it while she's out, so we can have some dinner later and enjoy the last bit of the sun. Okay, guys, so there we have it. A really good phase, 5 to 6 to 8. Get after it. Make sure you work hard. If you can, one thing I'd like you all to do before the next phase, if possible, is have a little look at what weights you should hit. Have a look at what your 1 rep max is for the exercise we're going to be doing. So front squat, back squat, incline press, and dip. And then work out 80% of your 1 rep max on those exercises. And that's the weight you want to be working towards the end of your set in week 1. All right, working towards that in the end of your set in week 1. In week 2, by the end of your 5 sets, that's the number you want to be hitting. And then in week 3, you want to be going over that. So if you look at week 1, you want to probably get to around 95% of of your 8 rep max for the final set. In week 2, you want to be using 100%, so a proper 8 rep max on the final set. And then in week 3, you want to be going over. You want to be setting a new 8 rep max. Okay, so maybe going 105%. So week 1, 95, week 2, 100, week 3, 105% for the last set of those primary movements in the A series. All right, hope that makes sense. Any questions, though, just feel free to shout, and have a good evening. And I'll see you all at the gym tomorrow. Have a good one, guys.